This setup here is a compact fluorescent light bulb hydroponic system. This one here is an LED. The experiment I want to show is the difference between growth, because both of these have the same amount of water. Both of them are going to be on the same amount of time as far as how much light. They're in the same room, so they're having the same temperature. And they're both going to have the same amount of nutrients added at the same intervals in between. Talk about the difference between hydroponics, aquaponics, and soil gardening. Those are kind of three divisions of gardening we can talk about. Hello YouTube gardeners, I'm pretty excited about today's video. As you can see, I've got two different hydroponic setups here. Both of them are by Aerogardens, but I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just really like their product. Had them for years. This one, I don't know, probably over a decade. This one I've probably had for 5 years plus. But I guess a good place to start would be to talk about the difference between hydroponics, aquaponics, and soil gardening. Those are kind of three divisions of gardening we can talk about. So soil gardening, you're more than likely familiar with. That's growing in the dirt, whether that's in a pot inside your house or in pots outside, or if you're growing in the garden, in the ground outside. So aquaponics is kind of a combination of hydroponics and growing fish, or farming fish, if you will. So you can have a tub, a basin with some fish in it. A common fish to use for that is tilapia. And you can use the fish and their poop, their waste, will recirculate in the water in the aquaponic system and provide nutrients for the plants that you're growing. It's soilless medium. You can have like clay pebbles or clay balls they even make for it, or different types of thing to hold the plants and their roots in place, so they're not just flopping around and sinking in the water. But then the nutrients in the water are provided, at least the nutrients are provided in the water by the fish. So hydroponic solutions like this obviously don't have fish in them, but they do have a chemical solution, whether it's organic or inorganic. There's a solution. That's how the plants get their nutrients. When they're planted outside in the soil, they get their nutrients from the soil. And also if you fertilize, that's another way of getting the nutrients to the plants out when they're in the dirt. But I have an experiment that I want to do today. I love experimenting. It's just part of who I am as a gardener. I have 7 different types of lettuce here that I ordered. And to explain a little bit about these Aerogardens systems, they come with grow sponges and a little grow basket. And the grow sponge has that little hole in there. That's where you put the seeds in them. Put the seed into that basket, and then it goes right inside these holes here in the hydroponic system. And these hydroponic systems have water that's pumped up to each one of these holes that gets the grow sponge wet. Now when we're starting off for seedlings, you put a sticker over that. Once you get the seed and everything in there, you put the sticker over there to kind of help block out some of the light. A lot of seeds don't want light for when they're germinating. Some seeds need light when they're germinating. You can do some research on the individual seeds, but this is kind of a happy medium that Aerogardens come up with. It's somewhat covered, so it kind of keeps all seeds happy. I haven't found a seed yet that didn't like growing, whether it likes light or doesn't like light to germinate. With these little stickers over the top and everything, they always just grow just fine. And then there's a dome here to put over the top of those to help keep in, it's a humidity dome, keep in the humidity until the seeds germinate. It helps things germinate a little bit better. So today I want to go over setting this up, planting some of these seeds. There's one other thing I want to talk about. This system here, got this tray for it. This is a seedling starting tray. So my plan is to grow the lettuce in these all the way to where I can cut it and harvest it and eat it and use it for a salad or hamburgers or whatever. But this is just for starting seedlings that you can grow out in the garden. It's the same type of thing, but the baskets are built in. You put whatever seed you want in here, drop it in, stick it in the hydroponic machine there. And I have loved doing that. I've had every one of these 50 cells germinate time and time again with whatever I planted in there. It's just a really cool way to do it. It's efficient and it's fun to have something to garden with. Like right now, it's December 5th, I'm itching already to get out in the garden, but clearly that's not going to happen for quite a few more months, until March or April at the earliest for us here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm going to go ahead and plant these seeds in the different sponges and get these all set up. And the experiment that I wanted to do, talk about that a little bit more. This setup here is a compact fluorescent light bulb hydroponic system. This one here is an LED. LED has different colors, and the theory behind that is the white and the blue and the red are the different wavelengths of light that the plants need. And Aerogardens says they have figured out the right frequency for those LEDs to give optimum performance, optimum growth for the plants. And these compact fluorescent bulbs here are also grow bulbs. And as you are probably aware, compact fluorescent bulbs are phasing out, so everything's kind of moving towards LED. The good thing about this, these ones are already warm, and these LEDs, I have put my hand right there to feel any bit of warmth. So clearly they're more efficient, and all of the good things that come with having LEDs. But the experiment I want to show is the difference between growth, because both of these have the same amount of water. Both of them are going to be on the same amount of time as far as how much light. They're in the same room, so they're having the same temperature. And they're both going to have the same amount of nutrients added at the same intervals in between. So things should really be somewhat even, and I want to see what the growth difference is. I've never done them side by side. I have done these with this LED system with plants that I've also done in the CFL system, but I've never done them side by side, but these ones sure seemed to grow a lot better and a lot faster. So I'm going to move on with planting these seeds. We'll see in a couple days. I'll keep you updated as it gets, as things start to grow and things start to get moving. It's going to be fun. I'm going to put 2 or 3 seeds per grow sponge. They call these grow sponges, just to kind of up my chances of having successful germination for each one of these types of lettuce. And I've got a paper here written down what's where, because I don't know about you, but I never really seem to remember stuff like that. So I have to take notes on what's going where. Okay, just like that, I've got them all planted. I've got the humidity domes on. Another idea is you can write on these stickers what's what, but to me it's a little bit easier and faster to do that way. Plus, once the plants start growing, sometimes the stickers get torn up a little bit from basically the stem or the trunk of whatever you're growing. Another thought I had, again, I'm not showcasing these hydroponic systems. These Aerogardens are not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is for the scientific experiment to see which type of bulb seems to work better as far as LED versus CFL. So I've got everything planted. I am going to give it a few days before I show you the seedlings. I do have some programming and stuff to do just to quickly set up the timing on the lights and the pump and everything for these. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to show you any of that. Don't need to see that. And anyway, I'll keep you updated as we go along. This is something that's fun. Again, I like doing it in the winter when I need to get my gardening fixed, but I can't really go outside because everything's frozen solid. And I'll keep you updated. This is a lot of fun. Hope you've enjoyed watching this.